So here I am. Hello, Archaea 0. I didn't really feel like showing my face today because I just don't feel like it. So I'm here with a voiceover and some footage. So I got another centipede. His name is Kevin, or her, I don't know, but it's Kevin. So here I am just setting up the enclosure for it. I decided to go with like a time lapse because it's just a little bit easier to do it that way, I guess. So as you saw before, just wiping down the sides. Don't worry, I didn't put any Windex or anything inside. I was just wiping off the outside of the enclosure just to make it a little bit cleaner. And here I'm using cocoa, not like the big chunks of cocoa fiber, but just like the cocoa powder substrate. I figured that's usually one of the better substrates when it comes to most creatures. In my personal experience, it holds humidity fairly nicely, and there aren't as many, not as many fibrous bits as the big chunks. You don't really want cocoa husk chunks. This has been blended. Just might help with impaction. I'm still probably going to feed him, I mean, I'm going to feed him insects, but anything that's dead that I feed him, I'm probably still going to put on some sort of container just so there's no chance of him ingesting any sort of fibers and causing an impaction. And there's his little home. It's very cute. I decided to not go with a really deep substrate on this one because I'm testing something out. So in the corner, I put a sphagnum pile, which will also help hold humidity. And then on the side, obviously, a little water dish, just in case he wants to drink, you know. It's nice to give your animals water. And yeah, there's a simple little enclosure. I know it looks really dry, don't worry, I'm keeping up with humidity. I'm not keeping it too wet, I'm not keeping it too dry. This is just the initial setup. But I did pour some water for him, and there is a mound of dirt inside of that little home there for him, which he does use, by the way, which is actually adorable. It's really cute to see him coming out of the hole and just waddle around. Sometimes he'll just stick his little antenna out and just... It's very adorable. I love it. I love it so much. So anyways, here he is. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, he's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I'm just absolutely in love with him. Look at all of his little legs, his little wigglers. Oh, goodness. So, this is my Scolopendra Galapagoensis orange form. I really love Galapagoensis. I mean, obviously a gigantic centipede is something that any centipede lover would probably just absolutely love to have in their collection. And he's my second, so I'm still relatively new to keeping centipedes. I am looking for more because I would love to attempt breeding, but of course that's not going to be something that I try right off the bat. I'm going to keep them for a while, see how they do. I know they don't always necessarily live as long as some of the other animals that I have, like some of my tarantulas could live over 20 years. And these guys are usually, from what I've heard, between 5 and 10, so we'll see. But I hope that this little guy lives a good, long, happy, healthy life. So I was just sort of trying to figure out the footage. I was expecting him, honestly, to just immediately go into the hide and stay there forever, just like the previous centipede that I got. My Scolopendra subspinipes, which I have only seen once in the last month and a bit that I've had him. But I've only seen him because we just wanted to make sure he was still alive after a few weeks, so we ended up, God, I feel really bad about this. We ended up just sort of digging up a little spot just to make sure he was still okay and find out where he was. And he's doing just fine. Doing just fine, so we're not really going to bother him much at all, but maybe like once every couple months, I'll check on him. But we're still, you know, putting in food, and the food disappears. And when we lift up the cork bark, we see the carapace of whatever we feed him. And so that's a plus. I'm glad that he's eating and he's found a garbage spot, so we'll be able to find out where all of his comings and goings are. And I actually did find out that since the last disturbance, he made a little pile of sphagnum and cocoa fiber in a corner, the front corner, which is actually quite lucky. And there's 2 little windows. So I looked into it. I unfortunately could not get a good picture of it to show you guys because it was just too mucky and the camera just wouldn't focus properly on it. But when you look inside that tiny little 1 centimeter window, I saw his body and his legs, and I saw him kind of wriggling around a little bit. So clearly he's made himself a comfortable little home, and he's just sort of doing whatever he's doing. So there's a Kevin 1 update, but Kevin 2 is the subject of this video. I just figured I'd let you know what's up. So Kevin 2, my orange form, he is just such a pleasure. I've had him for about a week now. I just wanted to make sure he was still doing all right before I post a video. I mean, I would still post it anyways, but I wanted to take a little bit of time and really just sort of learn a little bit more about his personality so I could talk about him a little bit more. But he's always out, unlike the other Kevin. It's actually quite remarkable. I see him out at least half the day, and he's waddling around. He likes to take naps around his water bowl. He likes to just kind of curl up around it and chill. I should probably be taking more pictures. But, yeah, he's just doing really well. He's eating just fine, and he's kind of interactive. Like, I'll go up and he'll just sort of wiggle his little tentacles at me through... Tentacles? His little feelers at me through the glass. Like, he can clearly kind of see some stuff. And he just likes to hang out outside. He's remarkable. I am just so thrilled that I finally have a centipede that actually likes to hang out. See how he's just kind of like chilling there? He likes to just come up to the front and just kind of lie down there, have a little nap. Aw, he's cleaning himself. He's very, 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 very cute. I am just absolutely obsessed with him. Look at that cute little face. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I'm just such a friggin' centipede fangirl. I love everything about them. Oh, he's so beautiful. Look at those colors. The beautiful reds and the oranges and the whites on the side, and just, he's so sleek, and I just love everything about him. His adorable little face, his little toxicognats and his little grippy grabbies. Oh, I love him. Goodness, sorry, I could just absolutely talk about Kevin forever. Here's another shot. I'm also gonna upload another video about him. It's just gonna be footage of him running around and stuff. I just figured if I put that in, that would make this a like 20-minute long video. So if you're interested in that, then, you know, for sure, make sure you're subscribed and drop a like here. I'd really appreciate it. And I will be uploading that video in the coming days. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you for your centipede enthusiasm. And I'll see you in future centipede videos, or invert in general. Animals, anything I feel like making, I guess. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by.